Hey guys, I'm not gonna do the same happy intro I do in every video because I want to focus on something a little more personal today, and that is the fear of missing out. I wanted to bring up this topic because I find it cripples motivation sometimes, and I thought, why not explain it why in a video? Put all your personal stories up on the internet, because I know that's always a great idea. Now, I'm like any other person. I like things like comics, films, video games, and all sorts of media. I like how a good story can immerse me and leave lasting fond memories. But growing up, I was a shy kid, and not always outgoing. Even when it came to entertainment, I guess some of it was a time investment, and other times not as much. I wasn't interested in other things, and I think we can all relate to that, but I did tend to overthink, and maybe I had one conversation back in high school, and it was like, I think I read sarcasm differently back then, but I remember when someone responded to me with the phrase, "What, do you live under a rock?" Perhaps because of autism or something, I took it differently. I knew I was diagnosed when I was 4, that I was on the spectrum, but I don't necessarily blame that one person for who I am today. It's certainly more factors than one, not trying to be facetious about that person or anything. But I remember my social skills were poor. I think a part of it is not really facing reality, but another is, well, when I say reality, I meant get out of my comfort zone and try to develop better coping skills or stuff like that. But another part of it is I developed this weird notion that writers are supposed to be like walking, living encyclopedias of knowledge. Like, say you're a geek, you knew all about the you owned all the movies of Star Wars, or knew a lot about Star Trek. You were a big fan, essentially. And that part of me had to live, and I was thinking I had to live, eat, and absorb every franchise on Earth. And even though I'm just a regular guy with not a lot of time on his hands, of course it's a bit different now, but liking something makes you aware of certain groups that like similar things, and so and that's always, you can always form bonds with those people over similar interests. I think I stayed in my comfort zone for a long time, actually. I'm well into my 20s now, so I think it was out of fear of castigation, being put on the spot to remember a scene or what weapon works best on this level of Halo. But to be honest, I never really was interested in Halo, but that's just one example. The point is, I never wanted to come off as disrespectful, so I didn't involving myself in forums, because I think it's just not my personality, really. And sometimes I think that's a boon to people. It's not really, it's just I overthink and sometimes I think I'm too bland for people, or they don't understand where I'm coming from. And perhaps that part of me is still there despite developing artistically and as a person over the years. I often second guess if something is right to invest time into, or that I should succumb to peer pressure, inevitably. There's no doubt, in my opinion, that social media has amplified that feeling to an extent. I remember eventually giving away my N64 console, along with all my games, which, it's a great worthwhile investment there, I know, but I know people who still own them because it's a big part of their lives, and when you grow up you think you just move on to the next thing, like to become more of an adult in order to focus on yourself, life, and those around you, when really you forget the sum of experiences, and really that is the most important thing, because the past actually does help you navigate your future. But I hope I'm not being too in-depth here. The truth is, people don't want to castigate you, and while they aren't always eloquent, your brain is often the one just being mean to you, giving you anxiety, and it's better just like to talk to other people and like not feel peer pressured into anything. Like if you like something, that's fine. That's not what I thought of back then, but I hope I'm getting better. Though I wasn't quick to action back then, yeah, I think I'm doing a good thing right now and talking to you guys and feeling fine about my interest in comics, illustration, and storytelling. Even if I'm not like the biggest Marvel or DC fan, you know, it's not always easy. Some communities I do feel invisible in because I don't engage personally, but others I'm starting to feel okay with myself, and you know, I'm getting noticed because I'm getting more subscribers, and that's a real boost to my confidence, in all honesty. So if you want to know what I'm doing on screen, it's a submission for a hashtag Take Me to Your Leader Tuesday. As you can guess, it's a weekly drawing challenge created by Cirqueworks, and like it's in this drawing I did a take on the Junker / Scrapper like character, but gave them like interesting bodily features, one could say, and I'm happy with how it turned out, and it's not an overt reference to something. I think that's another criticism I have with like, and what may contribute to my fear of missing out is like, you notice some filmmakers try to ape like the original source of something, to often point references at it in order to make you appreciate it, but I know that's just like pandering and such. You can do it like well, no doubt, but it seems a bit lazy. But that's just in like, say, writing, and it's more fine for like just references in general. It's just, I mean, you can't always be original with what you're doing, but I think I'm fine with how this drawing turned out overall, and can't really say much more about it. I think I need to work on what type of coloring style I like. Something a bit open, you know, that like incorporates broken line work, little nuances like that. But yeah, hope you guys can relate to this discussion. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and if you want to chat some more, I'm on Discord in a couple of servers, but you know, let me know if you want to chat in the comments, and if you do, well, that's just gravy. Thank you guys for watching, and once again, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers, and have a good day.